Au revoir. No.
That's not right for
No.
you.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
You're from
Vitaimo.
Canada. French is. They say French is our second language here,
Language.
but not a lot of people speak it.
It's really only in Quebec.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
They
I
ref-
love
they
that
ref-
dude on TikTok.
They refuse. Anyways, hello everybody. We're back. Embers of Autumn. No Sam for a couple weeks, so just bear with us. Announcements. Charity of Choice is Color of Change. You can find the link in all of our VODs, our podcast, in chat if you're in chat. Patreon, $3 tier gives you supplemental content for your D&D games, drag and drop stuff. July's is going to be a week or so late because I go on vacation tomorrow morning. So yeah, for a week.
Nice.
So yeah. And also, everyone listening to our podcast, thank you so much. So much so, today, even though I thought we were special, I guess we're not. If you're listening to our podcast, you may notice some ads, some sponsorship ads. So if you listen to our podcast, check it out. Make me some money, and hopefully that money that's earned on there can go to a Canadian bank account.
Of a certain DM.
Yeah, so I can
If
pay...
it's in American dollars, even better.
Yeah.
I just bought some candles from the States.
Because our dollar sucks.
Fuck. It sucks.
So yeah. Enjoy me reading an ad in those podcasts.
I have an Etsy store. This is something that I sell in my Etsy store. It's a cute little mushroom. They come in weighted and non-weighted, and you can get these cute little French knot tips. And they, if you need it, they can help with anxiety with the weighted ones. And it's like sensory and weighted, and it feels different in the two places. If you need help with grounding, that's it.
Who doesn't?
You stuff my Hodge for me, Kate.
Check it out.
Shipping.
What's the link to your Etsy store?
It is etsy.com/CakeCraftStudioUS.
July 8th, our Thursday night game is returning, so come on out. Takes place in the Shadowfell. Who doesn't love the Shadowfell?
I did an Alice in Wonderland one-shot in the Shadowfell.
Shadowfell's fun.
Shadowfell remind anyone else of like Coraline?
Yes, because it's basically what it is. It's a darker mirror. Yeah, that movie's fucked up.
It's so fun
and fun. Speaking of fucked up and fun, no start date yet for the Ravenloft campaign that we're rebooting, and no start date yet for the Soldiers of the Lich Queen follow-up ish thing. But last we left off, you all fought some weird stitched together creatures in a laboratory under the platinum mines. Killed them, found some information, found a note that could not be deciphered by anyone in the party. Dax attuned to a ring of mind shielding, had a good time. You left the mines with Quoin's platinum, made your way down the mines, or down the mountains. Hung out in some towns. Hung out in Belgrove, picking up contracts, and just Quoin doing a sermon for the guards of Belgrove due to the Day of Forgiving, a day of like airing of grievances, essentially, from Festivus. And long story short, the party made their way back to Giant's Cradle. You're in Giant's Cradle now to get Quoin's new weapon. So that's where we're picking up, with you all entering Giant's Cradle at 11 a.m.
The day of the week is Malden, right?
The day of the week is
the 15th of Bluden.
Thalden, the 15th of
Thalden. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. Quoin.
Oh no! Wait! Hold on. It is Malden. Yes, you're right. You were right.
Quoin. Can't hear you, Cabe. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry, that was weird. Do you know how long it takes to work this type of metal?
I am unsure of the precise time structure. I imagine it is similar to how I have, maybe similar. It took me a long time to mine it. It may take a long time to craft it, but also we are dealing with a master craftsman who makes tools all the time, and also he could have already been making something from things in his shop. I don't know. I did not ask the details of how it would come about the miraculous. Have you ever met someone and sort of like vibe with them and just know that they will have your back when they like you're like, ooh, you know what yeah, and you like finish each other's sentences about a specific subject? That is our weapon bond that I have with Ofak. I think that we have a specific weapon bond of like, ooh, yeah, like I've been sitting on an idea I want to share with Ofak that I think might, excite ideas for him for future weapons.
I am interested to see this.
I thought you might be too, but I wanted to save it for Ofak.
Oh, I mean the final product.
Oh yes, well that is true too.
Well, shall we?
As you enter town, the blacksmith is right there.
Yes, going to say, as soon as we. Oh, hello.
Yeah, because the shop's right at the gates. Hello. I got something for you. Do you have something for me?
Just that little kobold is carrying like a shitload of platinum on his back.
Let me reach underneath the 4 tents that I have, and also let me push aside this maybe small, like a huge rubber slide for some. No, that's in the bag of holding.
Yep.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a lot. That is what I'm saying. There's 10 here.
All right. 4 for the weapon, or 6 for the weapon,
Mhm.
and I'll buy the remaining 4 off of you for 1,000 gold pieces total. 200. It's about a pound of this stuff sells for about 250 gold. So.
I am glad to do business with such a stalwart human. I had wanted, not human.
I understand.
Semantically, I got cross-eyed. I apologize.
You mean person?
Yes, that is the word I would. You nailed it on the head, Kenna. You smashed it most expertly. Yes, that was I mean. You're a stalwart person who. Okay, can I share a weapon idea with you?
Of course.
Recently I wished for a platinum statue of Bahamut, and I saw it. It was in my hands for 2 to 3 minutes, and I looked at it, and its head, it went boingy, boingy, boink, and it had a spring in it, and I saw its head going boingy, boingy, and it went up and down, and I stared at this, and I look at its structure, and I imagine, what if there was such a weapon that could expand and contract with that is all I have right now.
Like a whip sword. Okay, Kramer.
Can such a thing be made?
I think so. It's all about mechanisms and switching. Yeah, I think so.
This seems like an incredibly. That is how. That you took words out of my mouth. Do you think
I'd have to do some research and
I think that I would imagine me just screaming bobblehead at you and boinky boinky would not, pay the bill, as the doctor says.
yeah, I'll have to think about it and like look into things and look into mechanisms and kind of like he kind of like gestures with his hand. Like when you swing, it would like I'm like picturing swinging the weapon, and then the blades like segment and extend.
That is what I was thinking as well, and I was wondering if it could apply. Like I'm spitballing here, but it would certainly be used to slow down other people you were trying to bring to justice.
Yeah,
It would even, like, I mean, for practical applications, I mean, you stow it and it's not a big deal, and then covers a big distance,
like
and then
they got a 15-foot reach.
oh, I mean, that seems unfathomable to me. That is
His eyes kind of like
that is
sparkle with just like anticipation. He's like, I'm gonna look into this.
that is like 5 times my height.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
That is very cool.
However, how
yes.
about you take this for a test drive? And he sets this, what looks to be a sword that is the mixture between a long sword and a rapier, and is made from platinum. It's basically a finesse and versatile longsword / rapier. So it's a longsword with finesse. So you can use your dex modifier with it.
Okay.
The pommel of the weapon is forged into the head of a platinum dragon, and the hilt appears like flared out wings. And he hands it to you, and I will add that to your equipment.
This is you are truly Bahamut has truly worked through you, and I don't first off I say Bahamut be praised, and secondly I say to you with no pressure or any knowledge of who you worship, Bahamut truly works through your forge and through your mind, and it is a gift you have. This is I thank you so much for this gift.
And I'm calling it a Federschwert, which is a real weapon that existed.
You know that I'm absolutely going to Google that right now,
Do it.
and then I'm going to look it up on the internet.
But he hands you this beefy, essentially rapier, but also with like long sword capabilities, and just, but not big enough that you can wield it without. It's not like he's giving you like a massive.
Yeah.
But he hands you this weapon. I've added it to your character sheet already.
Perfect.
You can't homebrew non-magical items on D&D Beyond, so it just appears as it's not magical.
That is absolutely fair. I wanted to. Did you have? Did you have? This was something that I want to give him the silver. Offer the silver rapier that he had. This was something that we collected from the werewolf who was, harassing the town. So I wanted to offer it to you, as it is a weapon that caused pain to the town, and if you wanted to melt it down and make spikes out of it, or offer it up as something for the people.
Are you sure you don't want to hold on to it? Up to you.
I have no use of it other than ego.
All right.
And I think it is something I could let go, unless you think it would maybe mend a bridge with the Hunter's Guild.
Probably not.
Okay, well then, I think it was best served in the hands of a master
All right.
craft. like yourself.
Well, silvered weapons are pretty expensive, so here's 100 gold.
I thank you again for your generosity of both wallet and spirit.
I appreciate the platinum and giving me ideas.
I would see you again, friend, and you will let me know when you have your sketches and your schematics.
And I imagine you'd like me to do that to this weapon I just gave you. Yes.
You could use what you just gave me as raw materials for a new weapon.
I could let's say customization purposes, yeah.
That is
Let's make this a real RPG. Let's upgrade. Let's fuck with equipment. Yeah.
incredibly generous.
That there's these mountains. You can go get these kyber crystals, and we can make it even more cooler.
Man, I want a lightsaber.
He
Can I
didn't.
get a-
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
I was gonna say I'm actually more like one of the Emperor protectors, the one that has.
Oh yeah, those things. Those things were cool.
I mean, it paled in comparison to just a straight up lightsaber, but it was still
they're still pretty cool.
it's really badass. That is generous, and you can look for us. You can communicate us if you can contact the Faust and Furious.
Is that your adventuring name?
That is the party that that's us.
I skipped that in the recap by accident.
Yeah, I'm furious. That's Faust.
What is up?
I'm kidding. We're all the Faust and the Furious. It's a pun on a fist.
I get it. Well, here's your 1,100 gold.
Thank you so much, and you will let me know. You can get a hold of us and let me know.
Yeah, I'll send a letter.
Yes, anywhere to the Faust and the Furious. We'll probably leave a lot of bodies and broken hearts in our wake.
Well, if you're registered with the Wayfarers Guild with that name, it won't be hard to find you with letters. So
Perfect. That makes more logical sense than my crass chicanery. Thank you so much again for your friendship and
yeah,
your art.
not a problem.
Right, then I will leave you to it. Thank you.
Yeah, you just got
Oh fuck.
1,100 gold. Yes.
You talk about letters. Have any been delivered today for us by chance? Actually.
You'd have to check it at the Wayfarers Guild. Not here, though. We don't have one here. Nope, not here.
When does the courier normally stop by?
If you're sending them through the Wayfarers Guild, it's instantaneous. You have to then, if you're sending letters through the Wayfarers Guild, the people you're sending to have to go pick them up at a Wayfarers Guild place, etc., etc. Sometimes some people can send messages telepathically with magic.
Dax just kind of like solemnly nodding.
Yeah, no letters here that I'm aware of.
Thank you.
You might find the courier, but again, if you send it through the Wayfarers Guild, then they're probably being delivered to a Wayfarers Guild. Anything else, everyone? Got a lot of money to spend now.
We sure do, Ophik. We'll be sure to name you as our primary sponsor.
Oh, sick.
Big and famous. We will not forget your generosity.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right.
You're gonna be the biggest blacksmith in all of Anundale.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. That is if we don't tragically die on our next mission.
Makes sense. All right. Well, I got work to do, I guess.
Thank you again.
Not a problem. Have fun with your newfound wealth.
Have fun exploring your odyssey of knowledge and art.
Oh, I will. Whip swords. Yeah. If I make these and they become popular, actually, if I make you this whip sword, will you advertise that I made it?
Do you want me to scream your name as I
Yeah.
judge
Yeah.
those who will fall to Bahamut's claws?
Or for anyone who sees it, that is you're not trying to kill, is like, that's a cool weapon, where'd you get it?
Or I would even,
Imagine a world.
I mean, if you want the blade to bear your mark, I would not. Oh wait, no, that is. I was just thinking that what I was about to say was, on second thought, sort of blasphemous for a sacred weapon. But I will tell everyone who with whom the instrument was made. I do not wish to make you or I idols. Do not wish for us to worship at a throne that is ego. But I would say with no ego, I am currently holding one of the finest, and like he has it like well balanced on 2 fingers. It spins it right in. It is one of the most beautiful weapons I have ever seen.
Good to know. Have fun with it.
I will smite many who deserve to be smote.
Good to know. All right. I got work to do.
Yeah, we're having a real Minnesotan goodbye.
We are. All right. For real now.
All right, good.
And he walks into the back of his shop.
After you're saying.
All
See you
right.
later.
Bye.
So, now that that's finished, do we want to go to Old Anundil first or Varanmore?
As you're saying this, one of the guards one of the town guards walks past and goes, "Oh, Varanmere is closed currently to outside traffic."
May I ask why?
Someone saw there's been sightings of a green dragon roaming the wilds, so travelers are currently not allowed in that area until the problem has been taken care of. It hasn't gotten anywhere near the settlements, thankfully, but they're keeping the roads closed to traffic just to make it safe.
How big is it?
I don't know, I didn't see it. Just a green dragon.
I'm pretty sure they're at least bigger than Koza. And Koza was pretty big. So I guess we're headed to Old Anundil then.
Oh, well, the guard's remaining. How are you all planning on going there?
Oh, we got friends in the capital,
Oh, you're
who
going...
know stuff and have connections and the like.
Well, if you're looking to take a ship to Old Anundil, it's 1 silver per mile.
It's a lot.
You have enough gold now to do that. Because it's once I've already calculated the costs. If you're going to Old Anundil, you could take the airship. That is significantly less time than the sailing ship. And if you have a full-time student or teacher of the Soulspire Academy, which you do not, you could use the teleportation gateway. But
Hey, Ben, are you full-time status?
No, I'm more of an associate.
All right.
This is a fancy way of saying adjunct. Do you even have an office? I feel like
are you even on the tenure track, Ben?
I'm not full-time, if that's what you're asking.
I
Oh, so
feel
you
like-
couldn't use the teleportation gateway.
I feel like this was supposed to be a fun ribbing, but I've missed the mark. I feel like I went too hard in the paint on a friend. I am learning how to razz.
Now, if you take the airship, it does stop in a very cool city along the way. for a little break. You can stretch your legs, but if you're taking the sailing ship, it's just direct.
I mean, little vacation spot might be nice. If we're, it's like kind of like a cruise vibe where we stop at this big city before we reach our destination. We get some cool hats with the name on it. Have you guys not traveled?
I have never left Anundial City until I met you. You all.
I mean,
Every day is sort of a travel extravaganza.
all right, so I'm going to start making some hats for us so we don't get lost.
Also, we are all wearing. I have seen groups of children all wearing the same clothes together and forming a daisy chain as they pass through.
Yeah, with like the colorful rope, like the dad rope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that a lot growing up.
I say to you, fellow, what is the cost of you said 1 silver per mile? What does that calculate for?
Depending on where you're going. I don't know where you're going 100%. You'll get, it's a silver per mile roughly. You'll know more if you talk to the people who run the ships.
That is, I had confused. I thought you were an ambassador.
No, just a passing guard who didn't want people to wander into a dragon's land.
That is very kind of you.
Yes, perhaps before we go, well, we do have connections here. It would be nice to get in good favor of the rest of the townspeople.
You would remember that the rest of the townspeople aren't too fond of your group currently because of the incident with the werewolf.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
I
So
don't.
is there, if we're going to be here often, it would be good to maybe do some tasks for the people. Get in their good graces.
We can ask around to see if they even want us doing jobs for them right now. They may not even give us a shot.
We could certainly check the temperature and see whether or not we have poisoned that well.
I cast detect temperature. It's 75 degrees out.
Beautiful. It's quite nice.
Partly cloudy, 28% humidity.
It's autumn, so probably not.
So what do you suggest, Druck?
Just while we're looking around, see if anybody needs anything. Like if the local store is running low on something, ask them. If the tavern is running low on anything, perhaps they're missing some type of food or meat, we might be able to help them.
Like I said, wouldn't hurt to ask. So we split up, ask if anyone needs any help. Kind of like door-to-door adventurer salesmen. Salespeople.
Yes, I am the most convincing, but yes.
Alright. Then in that case, Ken is gonna go just awkwardly nod and start walking towards a house.
All right.
I'll go with Kenna.
Ven will as well.
Okay.
Okay, you get up to the house.
Hello? Can we help you today?
This orc woman answers the door. No.
Good afternoon. My name is Kenna. Do you need any help today, sir? Oh, man,
No. And just
uh,
shuts the door.
oh, I need to rework my opening speech, guys.
That was good. That was good. I would say
Maybe not soliciting people would be a good idea.
you were a little. It sounded like you were very eager. You know, you would want them to come lay out breadcrumbs, and they could maybe chomp them like a duck and come to the full loaf. That is your generosity.
Another idea.
Hmm.
Usually, at least I had heard of this, where they would take someone and put them in a lock, and the community would throw things at them, but was considered in some places to be a type of communal healing, where if the person had done bad, they would be at the community's mercy, and after a certain amount of time, there would be forgiveness because everyone would have had the chance to lay out their grievances.
I think that's called stoning, and people often.
No, you put them in a wood brace.
Yeah, that is known as the stocks, and in the shadow,
Yes, the stock.
in the shadow of Forgiveness Day, Druck, it seems that the Forgiveness Day has had it casts a very long shadow upon you.
Why?
Because you're entreating us to ask this community for forgiveness.
Oh, yes.
Also, Forgiveness Day was 3 days ago.
2 days ago.
It's a very, very long shadow.
Yes, but it is not, the worst thing to live every day as if it were forgiveness, doing good acts to seek balance in your own eyes.
We did not do anything wrong, but
Yes,
it is understandable that they would be upset in them. Yes.
that was the only hole in your plan that I could see. Is that we
Yes.
freed them of it would be like pulling a thorn out of someone's like an animal's paw, and then it's trying to bite you. You leave that animal alone until it is ready to come to you.
Yes. That makes sense.
But I suppose we could always leave breadcrumbs like the Faust 5 is ready to help anyone, and then we disappear.
Good luck.
And he like wraps a knuckle on your armor.
But I am like a small dish. Yes, it is loud, but do you get all the pieces? I don't know. Have you checked behind the smallest stool? There I am.
I will make sure to throw silverware around whenever you try to hide.
I mean, he's already got a knife. Your sword is the knife of the silverware collection.
This is a blade of art.
I mean, I'm
Oh,
with your
nice. Oh, performance.
No.
if your chest plate, your armor is the plate, and and your shield is like a soup bowl, and your sword is like the knife. You just need a fork, a spoon, and a napkin or a dessert or a bread plate. I don't know.
Now, if I'm aware, didn't we ask the individual at the Wayfarers Guild in the previous town to hold on to those 2 contracts for us while we were here?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We did.
They
Yeah.
probably can't hold on to them indefinitely, I imagine.
Yeah, we should probably start. Yeah, we should just let the heat die down here. I mean, Ofuk and the mayor are probably the only people that like us right now.
Yes.
With 2 prestigious friends, one day we could have 4 friends, and then those 4 friends could tell 4 more of their friends, and then those 8 friends could tell 8 more of their friends, and then those 6. You understand?
Yeah,
would-
yeah.
it's the-
Exponential growth.
this the cool breath of our deeds may lower the temperature of this hot broth that is this town currently for us.
Well, there's probably like 350 people in this town, and we've only got
no. There is 5,102.
there's 5,102 people in this town, and right now we've only got 2 friends. So it's gonna take a while before we start getting enough friends to have a semi-positive reputation.
Certainly not all 5,000 plus denizens want to.
I'd like at least 1,000 people who don't actively hate us.
That's what I would bet. Like at least, 1/5 of the people were probably casually indifferent to us.
Or at the very least tolerate our presence.
Yes. Let us move along to let us move forward. We had you had said there was someone. Then you had said, could anyone speak more on the mission?
We
Yeah.
offered that kobold. He's holding on to contracts for us.
Yeah, we need to go back to Bob. I believe
Bill.
Mm,
Close enough.
Bill.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, they're both short for William.
Billy Bob.
Bill Bob.
Bob's short for Robert.
It could be short for Bill.
Sure. Yeah, maybe.
My friend's Billathy. You can call me Bob.
There you go.
This character that is for sure related to Kenna.
It's Kenna's third cousin is Billathy.
All right.
So,
Whomever.
Are we planning to go back to Untitled City in order to get passage to Old Nundil and then proceed to Malarat?
Seems like the only way.
All right. Let's go then.
This entire time, you have noticed Dax has just been rereading the letter that Thranazart gave her, or you assume Thranazart gave her, and she's just been like rereading it over and over again as everybody's been talking. Dax not here. Like she has been like thinking and like mulling this over.
Is she doing like Belle at the beginning of Beauty and the Beast? Kind of walk as we're walking together with the book.
Next is just reading.
Yeah, pushes
Yeah,
the sun
walking
up as
around.
water comes down on her.
Basically, it's just like they're like rereading it, and like they keep catching bits and pieces of you talking like, oh, we should go here, and every time they hear that, they just kind of like slightly kind of like to themselves.
Would that be perceptible?
Oh, 100%. Like she is just like,
Okay. Dax, do you have any differentiating opinions? You've been reading that letter for quite a while.
I would not say differentiating, but there is definitely something happening that Thranazart alerted me to. It's kind of the opposite direction from where we are from. But apparently there have been some rumblings from the Underdark, and things are coming up in areas that they didn't think. From where they are on Coral Cove, there's one area that they know of that creatures could pass through and from the Underdark. But apparently, in Swampkeep Village, like the Forlorn Forests around there, some giants apparently they attacked the village there. Some Fomorians.
Some
And
giants attacked an Underdark village, or vice versa?
coming from the Underdark up to us.
Okay.
And it does not seem right to leave this be with this information and us having a what's the word? A clear slate, so to speak. We don't have any contracts we have to do at this moment. But if we don't get towards the Forlorn Forests there, more may die. And we are aware of the situation now.
You do have a point. We're not dedicated to any contracts right now. But is this something that we shouldn't at least notify the Wayfarers Guild is happening?
This, if it's detailing creatures of the Underdark, Thranazard wouldn't have just sent this to me if he didn't think I should not know. So I think personally we should go and see what we can find out. He hadn't sent me more information, just there was just a group of merchants attacked. I don't know who they were, but
Does Thranazard believe you can solve these problems?
well, he's seen me put an axe through people's heads before, so generally speaking, yes.
Well, there is little. I suppose they might want to reason. Are they avoiding the guild because of the cost of creating a bounty?
Thranazard? No, I don't believe so. A few letters ago, he mentioned that something was happening throughout the Underdark, and it seems that it's starting to make a little more headway into our area of the world. The overworld, so to speak.
Well, so are you suggesting we go to Coral Cove?
Oh, I wish. And you see Dax kind of like half laugh almost, which you're just like, wait, Dax just made a separate emotion besides fucking flat affect? And they just kind of like go down for a second. No, I'm suggesting we go to Swampkeep Village.
Let me pull out my map.
That
It's
is the one with
down.
the bounty of the bodies up on shore.
Yeah, that's the lighthouse bounty.
Yes.
Well, maybe we can do both at once, and maybe had this job from, I say job in quotations, from Thranazard, and disguise it as doing this other lighthouse job instead, or maybe the two are even connected.
That I don't know, but as long as I wouldn't say the Illithid are against the Wayfarers Guild, I would just say they can, like, they can read certain people's thoughts, and sometimes people are just, they don't very well trust them.
Would-
Is there anything else that we should know that was written in your letters?
From that one, no, from that. He's just hoping nothing else comes from there before that. And you see her take out a second letter and she's like skimming through it to see if there's anything there.
Not that Druck doesn't trust Dax, but she's a bit cagey. So he wants to know if, like, I guess he wants to try an insight on her to, like, see if there's, like, something she might be holding back or if she's hesitant about anything.
Dax is just like legitimately like she's trying to like find if there's anything else useful. Like, she's not trying to be deceptive at all here.
Okay.
Just like a few letters ago, he mentioned that there were more illithids fleeing from the Underdark, so I don't know if that's connected, but there are things stirring, and I'd like to go help at all possible.
That is an easy choice for me. For now, I have found that I have never. There has been. I have seen Bahamut work through me in more ways since our paths have crossed than I thought were possible. And I wish to repay this blessing and kindness and aid you. That is what I.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I did want to go to Varan more because of the fishing incident, but as always, there are adventurers out there doing these contracts, so maybe somebody will also do it in our stead.
Or maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be able to finish this one in time to help the people of Branmore too.
Well, it depends on when my controlling entity is back.
Our Mathnin is always with you,
Exactly.
Then I guess we're heading to Swampkeep Village then instead.
Alrighty.
Maybe we could make our road there a little quicker by purchasing a mode of transportation.
If we
other
were
than
to,
feet.
if it were a feat, it would take a few days.
Yes.
If only Otto's Grotto had more than one location, maybe it had.
Yeah, if only they had a franchise.
Hmm.
Giant's Cradle has stables. You're still in Giant's Cradle. No one said you guys had left yet.
Oh yeah, no, we are all.
But again, the people maybe. All depends.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does the river that follows the road to Bastille, does that go through the mountains or just along the range? The southern.
Along the range.
Okay. So we have to go around.
Ooh. If we wanted to, we could, like, get a raft and just go down the river.
It doesn't go through the mountain range, though.
No, you'd have to abandon the river and you'd be.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then. Okay, I thought it connected to
Nope.
the Bloodmore Bog.
Nope.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, we'd have to somehow get all the way up to Lake Anundil and then follow the.
No rivers actually go to Bloodmoor Bog.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Isabog.
Isabog. Isabog.
yeah, so we've got to go back through Belgrove, south through
Riddle.
Riddle and Erebran.
Erebran, and then Swamp Peak Village. It's a lengthy little trip, but yeah.
All right.
Let's go to the stables and see if we can.
You're a little quiet, Caleb.
Oh, sorry. If we go to the stables, maybe we can
Stables.
we can barter with them and talk them into giving us. We are all of you share in the bounty of Bahamut, and we all find ourselves individually 220 gold richer, but collectively 1,100 gold richer. So we might as well, if we've got it, flaunt it. Also, I have a blister the size of a pancake that is gone from my heel to my calf, and is making it hard for me to take a step without, blood and
Alright.
liquid falling out of filling my socks.
We'll get a cart for this one.
Or maybe several ponies. Let us see what we have. Let us see. Maybe they're, or maybe they're just large snakes we could ride. I don't know. This is all new to me. But let us go. Cartwheels away.
Cartwheels away.
Okay, so you make way to the stables in town, then I guess. Okay. Make way to the stables. They don't have horses or ponies. They have these massive... How do I describe this thing? It looks like a bull with shaggy hair and big curling twisted horns, and the horns are also covered in little horn-like little spines.
It's a dire ox.
It's sort of.
My brain went furry yak.
Yeah, I just like yak or Highland cow.
I just posted a picture of it, of what you see at the stables.
Oh, it's a bison.
It's an aurochs.
Ah.
They are large.
He's big.
Yeah, they're pretty big. And
So
there's-
Dax and Druck could ride them, no issue.
Anyone here could ride them, no issue.
Okay.
Does the salesman slap its haunches and say, "Yeah, you can fit a lot of adventuring in this trunk"?
Sure. But you get there and you see this this massive half ogre covered in tattoos and metal piercings through the nose and ears, and then it looks like some of this animal's horns also pierced through places, and he's like, "What do you want?"
Good afternoon, master of the stables.
Yeah.
We want to purchase
Yeah.
one or two of your animals to rent. Is that what we one? Just one?
These are pretty hefty beasts. They can take a lot of damage. They can kill a lot of stuff pretty easily. They can move relatively fast. One of them is 400 gold.
Excuse me. hold on, I need to roll back up my tongue as it has fallen out.
How much do they eat?
They can handle themselves as they're moving through grassy terrain. They eat grass.
How much did you say they were?
400 gold each.
Right.
One of these, poof, and he just slaps it. This thing's taller than, it's about the same size as this half ogre a little bit. They can carry a lot, much more than a horse can. Don't know why people use horses, but this here's an aurochs.
How many would we need to carry all of us? Could we all fit on?
If it's pulling a cart, just one.
Do you have carts for sale?
We got wagons.
Okay. And how much would it be to buy a wagon?
35 gold. The wagons can hold up to 400 pounds.
All right. 400.
That's from the books. So 35 gold pieces for a land wagon. Basically a wagon. You also have to buy. No one's. Are you planning on riding the aurochs or just attaching it to the cart?
I think all we need is a yoke and a. My horse knowledge is very limited.
Bridles.
Yeah.
Bridles. Yeah, for a bit and bridle, it's 2 gold pieces.
Bit.
So your total is gonna be.
437.
And because no one's mounting it, it's 437 gold total.
437.
Unless you're buying, unless you're wanting it to be a mount, then you'd have to buy saddles and saddlebags. You'd have to buy what is called an exotic saddle for an aurochs.
Yeah.
But he's like, so you just want a wagon and an aurochs and the stuff to steer a wagon?
I think. Yeah, I think that's what we're needing.
That's 437 gold.
All right. So between the 5 of us, we could just split it evenly with 87, and I'll just chip in the extra 2.
I have no money.
No, you have 220 gold.
Yeah, we all just got 220 gold from Ulfuk.
Hasn't been divvied up yet, but yes.
Yeah. Drunk, I guess, is like staring off into the distance. He like saw something. He saw like a bird take off and was like licking his chops as as you guys are talking about money.
Wait, Quoin covers the sack and just shakes it at him.
Oh,
I will
This
add
feels-
220 gold to Vens.
this feels strange, but I will take it then.
How much
No,
was it
you-
each? 220 each? Because
Yes,
of the
we-
additional gold? Yeah.
Yeah, we each got 220.
20 each. And then minus 85 apiece, you said?
87.
87.
And then I'll chip in the extra 2 for the bit and bridle.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, well, here's your aurochs. Here's the ownership papers. What do you want to call them?
Oh, I mean, I look at everybody and I'm like, did we not just meet the Furious?
No!
This is the
Or maybe-
Furious.
Or is it that, or he's the Furious? He's the Furious.
Scratch, 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 scratch.
I'm all about, creating a team ride, but I think we could just ask this fine fella his or her or their name.
It's a he. Look, and the half-ogre like gestures down to this massive sack.
Sex does not equal gender,
That's
my
right.
friend.
That's true.
And
Right.
I'm ritually casting speak with animals.
Okay. This is a beast, so it works.
Yes. Hey, bud.
Hello.
My name's Kenna. What's your name?
My name is Huxley.
Huxley. And I look to everyone and say Huxley out loud.
Oh no, it's not Huxley. No, that's campaign 1 callback. Nope. Give me a second.
Sorry, I take the good ones.
My name is Der Buell.
Dare Buell.
Derbulle. Der Buell.
And may I ask what your pronouns are, my friend?
He, him.
Okay, cool. His name is Dare Buell.
Basically, Der Buell. Yep. There we go. Canon.
And that is a one name, one continuous name, or is it
It's there's a space in it.
okay?
Der space Bulle.
Southern double name.
Der Buell. He just starts chewing on some grass.
And I drop speak with animals.
All right, still eating some grass.
Is it possible to add this? in our-
Whoever wants to add it to whoever one's going to be controlling it, I'd say can add it. So it would probably be the person who
I
has
think-
the highest animal handling.
I think Kenna and Druck have pretty good animal handling. Mine's 16, or no, it's not 16. Sorry, +6.
Let me get my skills real quick. It's also a +6 for me.
Also, Kenna, you just gained a new wild shape.
Oh
I think if you can do CR2 for wild shapes.
no, it only goes up to CR1.
Well, this isn't a future one you can get. Regardless,
I'm currently at a quarter.
How is this thing spelled?
AUROCHS.
U-R. Oh, okay.
AUROCHS.
Got it.
Oh,
But Kenna will
Cool.
probably the one controlling it most because Kenna can cast Speak with Animals. And just be like,
Mhm.
hey, buddy.
hey, bud.
And
Do this.
they have responded. They have name shared, and that is an important thing.
Watch Kenna multi-class into a Beastmaster Ranger with Aurochs as their companion. Or with Derbule as their companion.
Just still eating grass. He's like, all right, you got your beast. Here's your bit and brattle. And then he pulls a wagon out. And it's a wagon. Yeah, it's a wagon. 400 pounds. I can hold it to 400 pounds.
Wonderful. Let's get all our stuff put in and get Derbule hooked.
Oh,
Oh no.
I think we've lost Kate, and by extension, then they will be back soon. Are there any? Do you have any tips for care of this Aurochs?
don't get in its way when it's charging.
These are wise words.
In fights, should we disconnect it from the wagon?
If you have enough time. It might run away. If there's predators around, it's not going to stick around and, hang around the predators.
Yes. Good to know.
Then we will work as hard as we can to protect it. Him. We will protect Debrul.
All right.
Right, and what was your handle, my friend? What do they call
Marv.
Marv? It was a pleasure. You remind me of a friend. I have another friend who is, his name is Otto. You should check him out at Otto's Grotto. Maybe you could do some
I
sort of.
hate Otto.
Oh well, then forget that, nasty man.
His
Why-
shop, his name of his shop makes no sense.
That is like your opinion.
Okay.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Marv.
Enjoy your beast.
All right. Enjoy your life of judgment. Bye.
Bye.
So that was Marv, the half ogre that runs the stables.
Yep.
Well, now I gotta change the fucking meme.
That's fine.
All right. So we load up the wagon. Load up the wagon.
Yes, let's get everything on and get moving. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alright. This thing can move at 5 miles an hour. That's per the DMG! Looking up DMG rules. Yeet. Yep, 5 miles an hour. You can move the number of miles equal to your speed divided by 10. 5 miles an hour. So basically,
Nice.
Yeah.
2 miles faster than us.
yep. Cool.
That's nice. Plus, we
On
don't.
the road
We won't
again.
get. We won't get traveling
Exhaustion.
exhaustion.
But this thing will.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like, you won't be
Correct.
as tired towards the end of the day.
Correct.
Yeah.
But this thing still needs to rest every 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yup. All right. So you set up, you tie the aurochs to the wagon, and you set out of town.
Clickety clackety, clickety clackety.
All right.
Is that
What are
you that
these-
yawned or Druck that yawned?
Both.
Nay, little column B.
Druck's ready to like relax and just. We've got a mode of transportation. He's half a mind to just curl up in the back of the back of that wagon and just nap the ride away.
All right. So, usually the trip to Giant's Cradle of Belgrove is 2 days and 4 hours. On the back of this thing, it's only 12.
Nice.
But again, after 8 hours, it's gonna have to sleep. So.
Yeah.
That'll put us probably about at night time, right?
So
End of-
it's gonna be like 12 hours from now would put you at, again, I'm just gonna hand wave a lot of this stuff because, whoo boy,
Oh boy.
tracking this stuff is just not fun. So 12 hours from now would be 11 p.m. if you just went through the night, but this thing would be making exhaustion checks after 8 hours.
Yeah, I think it's okay to camp and finish it off in the morning if everyone's.
Yeah.
All right, so after 8 hours then. $7 p.m. Again, most of the party aren't here, so you guys spend the night camping. So that's 8 hours from now.
Unless we're making camp and stuff on that first night. Druck will approach Dax. Just ask,
How are you feeling?
Well, honestly, it's going to be kind of nice being by where we're going,
What?
Swampkeep Village, because I can just look across the way and see Coral Cove.
Hmm. It's close to where I come from.
Where's that, Druck?
Just north of Dunmere.
When was the last time you were back in Dunmere?
Long while. I do not wish to return.
That is noted. You see Dax just kind of like fiddling with the invisible ring on her finger still. That thing's
Oh.
invisible till she fucking dies now.
Yep.
So what? Should we be expecting more? I mean, I believe who Thranazart was when we first met. The
Yes,
things on the face.
yes. I don't believe he will be in Swampkeep Village. I might try to send him a message while we're there. Maybe he could make an appearance, but I doubt that, unfortunately.
But maybe I heard wrong. I was staring off into the distance. Are we going to Coral Cove as well? Or are we staying at Swamp Peak?
I would personally, Druck, love to go visit Coral Cove, but I don't think it's that high of a priority. After Swampkeep Village, we should probably see what else there is to do. But if you would like to go see it, I mean, if we don't have any contracts.
Oh, I thought the content of your letter was that Coral Cove was in danger.
Inadvertently, they have a grasp on. Well, for now, they have a grasp on the tunnel from the Underdark there and what is coming out from it, but this potential hole, entrance, exit, whatever you want to refer to it as, around in the Forlorn Forest, around there, it's a new unknown, Druck.
Hmm. So, are we helping Coral Cove, or are we just doing this bounty?
Both, I would say. And why can't it be both, Druck?
How are we helping Coral Cove?
By looking into what Thranzart told me about, and then we can see what's happening with the lighthouse.
All right.
Druck, Thranazard is my. Me and him have known each other for years now. He is more than just a best friend. Like, he has had my back through everything. I have had his back, and will continue to do so. So if he's concerned about something, I want to make sure I go look into it, because he would do the same for me.
While Dax is speaking, Druck opens up one of his cans of the, what was it, Justin? Eels? Jellied eels?
Yeah.
Jellied eels.
Yeah, and offers them to Dax.
Dax just takes one. Just appreciate it, Druck. You would do anything for your best friend, wouldn't you?
Never had best friend.
Mid-eel slurp, just kind of stops. Chews for a second.
Doesn't taste. It tastes like someone put eels in salty Jello.
Well, it's not too late to have one, Druck. Maybe one of us will become your best friend in the future. Or maybe your bag of preserving will become your best friend.
You you see him kind of, his eyes narrow, and at first he leans towards you, but then you see him lean away so that he can actually see you and try to gauge if you're fucking with him.
Dax is just... She's just trying to eat this eel. She's had worse. She's had better.
He adjusts the pince nez glasses to maybe see her a bit better.
Is that good? You enjoy the food?
It is palatable.
Yes. Fills belly. It's good.
That it does, Druck. It does fill the belly.
And he'll just pat his belly, roll over, and go to sleep.
All right. Morning comes. 4 hours left to get to Belgrove. And in those 4 hours, you get to Belgrove at 9 a.m.
So it's 17 of blood.
16th. And it's
And
Thulden.
all we're planning to do here is grab the bounty
Contracts.
for Swamp Peak Village.
Yep.
The contract for Swamp Peak. Okay, and then we're heading out.
Yep.
Pit
So
stop.
you go to the Wayfarers Guild with Bill, and he's like, "Oh, you're here to pick up your contracts that I put on hold. Excellent."
Unfortunately, we cannot take those contracts yet. I imagine you have heard there is a green dragon.
Oh yeah, that contract no one's taken right now.
Yes.
All right. Do you still want your other contract or no?
We may come back later for it.
Uh,
Instead, we were hoping to
I can't
take
hold.
this
I can't
swamp
put. I
peak.
can't put it on hold any longer than today. So it's
How
gonna.
long do we have to complete it?
I mean, like I said, I can't hold it here after today, so someone else can pick it up after today.
He looks at everybody else.
And again, like always, 2 weeks before the contract can get picked up by other adventurers. So the chance is, yeah.
Is the lighthouse one still?
Yes. I will take the many-eyed beast and those to who don't belong contracts off hold for other adventurers to possibly pick up. Because if you're interested in the lighthouse contract, that's really out of the way of these other two, so it doesn't make sense. So, lighthouse contract it is, and he hands it over.
Thank you. And, Bill, was there any letters from Thranazard?
Who's Thranazard?
Were there any letters for me?
Yes. And he hands you 2 letters again. So the first one I'm sending you is the one from Thranazard. If I can copy and paste it, it might be too big.
For once, you actually see Dax, like, open it in front of everybody. Normally, you watch them do this. You normally don't watch them do this, because they do it during the evening when they're alone in their quarters, and they can be all snug and see what the fuck's going on in the world.
Right. So, Thranazard's letter is too big to upload as a text message, so...
Oh, Jesus Christ almighty.
Actually,
Okay,
it's
cool.
just this one letter. Just Thranazard's letter.
Cool. Oh god. 1 second. There we go.
It's pretty lengthy. And he's like, alright, lighthouse contract it is. And he hands it over. So I will go into my notes and mark off those contracts are no longer taken. And there we go.
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Let's hope so.
Alright.
Oh, I can scroll that
Yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
You can also download it as a file too if you want to.
Oh, fucking bless.
In the bottom right hand corner, it should say download message.txt.
Oh yes. Oh good. Oh goodness indeed.
Right, to Riddle then.
Alrighty. That's about 73 miles. So that'll be 14 hours on the ox instead of, much longer walking. It would have been, yeah. So yeah, 14 hours. So we're just going to time skip that 14 hours because
Cool.
this area is pretty safe. However, once you get to the Forlorn Forests, encounters can happen. So 14 hours later, we'll do a time skip. That'll put us at 12 hours. It'd be 9 p.m. Oh, then you would have would you all camp the night so the Aurochs doesn't get exhaustion? Okay.
Mm.
So after 8 hours, we put you at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
I mean,
in the
I
afternoon.
suppose it depends on the content of the letters. Dax running us on.
It's a pretty big letter,
Yep.
so
Yeah, for one moment, like in the beginning, you first see her kind of go like, "Huh," and then you kind of see her kind of smiling, "Huh," and you're just like, "What the fuck's in that letter?"
But yes, you are currently on the road to Riddle.
Nice.
It's about 5 p.m. currently on the road. That's 8 hours right there. Just so you're clear.
Oh, bless.
So setting up camp. Again, we're probably just going to hand wave because it's really not needed in the Crown Lands. Okay. 8 hours would put us to 6, 8, 9, It's an early day to wake up, but whatever. Everybody wakes up at 4 a.m. So it is now the 17th. Again, for the people keeping track on their calendars. And that would be the Leanden. And then I said 14 hours. Riddled 8. 9, 10, 11, 6 more hours to go to get to Riddle. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 10 o'clock in the morning you get there.
During the travel, Druck would like to kind of. He would like to, I guess, not necessarily bond. Yeah, kind of bond with Dustbull or Derbul.
Derbuel.
Derbuel.
Okay.
Just kind of give him scourges whenever, and whenever Druck tries getting knots out of his fur, he'll do that for, even though he knows that Ven could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna just kind of try to, you know, get in the good graces of this beast.
Alrighty. Around 10 a.m. on the next day, the 17th, you guys come to what looks like a ghost town bordering the Forlorn Forest. Most of the buildings appear run down and in ruin. And it like super borders this dense and the town borders this dense forest, like a super dark coniferous forest, all pine trees and stuff, just incredibly dark. And even just looking through the forest, like into the forest from where you are, the sun doesn't pierce the canopy ever. And you have arrived, and you see a shitty little sign in front of the town that says Riddle, population 40. And it's not like a village, it's a large town, but the population just says 40. And most of it looks like it's been abandoned and just left into ruin. Let's say Kenna, Dax, it's just a ghost town, basically. Not a lot of people live here. Most of it's left abandoned and in ruin.
So Druck's probably either heard of it or
you passed through
it. Yeah.
And as you pull up into town, just an eerie feeling, like you're being watched at all times, but you can't see any people. And those people you do see are kind of like peeking through windows, like going, and kind of like talking amongst themselves and then pointing at the windows and then closing their windows again, like looking at their doors and quickly shutting their doors. Kind of seems like everyone here is kind of like on edge.
I don't like this place, but this is one of the first places I went to with a lot of people. I suppose it is not a lot, but it was a lot for me.
This place looks like it's in dire states. Oof.
I'm gonna go out in the middle of the street and say, "Y'all got a mayor?
No answer.
Y'all got a sheriff
No answer.
around these parts?
One person kind of opens their window. It's really fucking early.
Yeah.
It's 10 a.m.
Yeah, the ghosts keep us up all night, and then slam the window.
Oh, it's a literal ghost town.
I don't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep because of me.
I know that reference.
Hey.
We should push through this place quickly.
Yes, I agree. And strangely, as you get in deeper, get into the town itself, there's fog everywhere. There wasn't fog on the road or anything, but this town just seems to be just very foggy.
Can I attempt to see if there are any spirits similar to my mother.
Perception check.
Okay.
You won't be able to see them if you're on the ethereal plane, but go for it.
Nah.
Just fog. And you all kind of
You see like a wisp of fog, and you're like, "Are you my mom?"
Mama?
you all do hear kind of like incoherent whispering at times. Just oh yes, yes, yeah.
In our brains or out loud?
Out loud, just kind of yes, yeah.
Okay.
And like the odd like sound of like footsteps, but there's no one there, like running on the pavement.
You see Druck kind of just have this like dead-eyed look in his face, slow blinking during all of this.
Ven's just like, Armothnan, be with us.
When Ven says that, Dax just kind of goes, "Oh no, she doesn't do that." Just looks towards him, and in her mind towards him, just goes, "When we have a moment, I need to talk to you about something concerning Armothnan." And just
Alright, we should wait when my controlling entity gets here.
When our Mathadan deems it appropriate.
Also, yeah, when Sam gets here.
yeah.
But it doesn't take long to get past through Riddle. But as you are passing through, all of the businesses seem boarded up. Like this town sees no commerce whatsoever. The only place that isn't boarded up is a inn/tavern called The Survivor. And it's partly boarded up. The windows are all broken. And you can just hear like, you can tell it's open. You can see people like sitting inside as you pass by on your cart. And everyone's just sitting at tables in silence. No one's grouped up together at a table. Just everyone's sitting by themselves. It's just silence completely. No laughter, no jovial like ha ha ha. Just dead silent.
Ha.
You just move on past out a riddle. You start to approach the borders of the Forlorn Forest, which are about 20 miles outside of town. But actually like 12 miles. So yeah, you get there in like 2 hours. So you get to the forest in about 2 hours.
How are the mountains to the right? How
They're
are they looking? Like are they like snow-capped
No.
ones, or are they kind of lower?
they're lower. They're like red and craggy. They're made of like red rock.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool.
And
Only one of us was a dwarf who would be able to identify it.
And yeah, you just eventually pull into the forests. Actually, no, before you do, you come to this like little wooden bridge that goes over that river. It has to be 2 hours later. And it's like one of those wooden bridges from like Sleepy Hollow. That kind of like perched.
Covered bridge, yeah.
Yeah. And
Like Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
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 And it's around noon, and you arrive to this bridge, and there's a makeshift sign that Druck's familiar with, and I think that only Druck would be familiar with, because everybody, Dax and Kenna would have went over the Taragahar Mountains. Druck is the only one that probably... Nope! Dax would have came this way too, I imagine. Depending...
Thranazart.
Yeah. There's a little like wooden bridge, covered bridge, goes over the river. The river doesn't flow so well right here, but you can look down and see it's teeming with wildlife, strangely. And there's a sign nestled before the bridge, and it says, in common, "Watch out for miasma." And Druck and Dax would be familiar with that these forests tend to have this poisonous mist that hangs in some places.
Now that I am with a group, do any of you know what that sign says?
What language is it in?
Common, and it says watch out for miasma.
I mean, it says look out for miasma.
What is
Uh,
miasma?
It's like a poisonous fog kind of thing.
Oh, those. Right, yes.
Yeah.
And in it, you can kind of see like drifting in some places, like this poisonous purple mist.
Yes, those made my hair stand on end. Avoided them.
Sorry, I'm taking notes.
No worries.
Well, I do appreciate the color aesthetic, given my choice, but I would not inhale it, personally speaking.
As you're kind of sitting here looking, the mist, as it's drifting, it kind of disappears and then reappears elsewhere in the forest, just drifting. Almost like the mist itself is sentient.
If we watch it long enough, is there kind of a pattern or is it random?
Just completely random.
Okay.
And there's mist everywhere. It's not just like one patch of mist that keeps changing where it is. All the mist seems to do that in the forest.
I'm gonna sit down and start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
11 minutes later.
Right? Is the cart stopping or is it going over the bridge?
Does the bridge end in the forest border?
Yeah, it ends inside the forest. You're at the border right now.
Okay. I think I would take the the cart off the bridge, back to the first side of the river,
Okay.
and then cast this.
Okay.
Just so there's no accidental collapse.
Okay.
Knocking on wood. Do I detect anything?
Let me check the radius on that.
I mean, Kenna will go onto the bridge.
Okay.
Just don't want the extra.
Last 10 minutes. Yeah.
Don't detect any magic, and you get it within the radius does get within the 30 feet of like that mist, and you still don't detect any magic from it.
All right. I guess we just need to
And I'll have everyone
be careful.
give me. Actually, yeah. Those who are from Anundial City, most of all, it's pretty common. Actually, it's pretty common knowledge for everybody that the Forlorn Forests are considered the dangerous, the deadliest place to travel on the core continent. So this landmass of Anundial, this whole domain is the most dangerous.
Yeah, Dax would know that, and she doesn't like that.
Based on like what could live in here, the miasma, and other things.
Miasma sounds better than choking fart.
That's one way to put it. And it looks like our road goes all the way through the forest.
So it's another way of saying miasma is also this choking fart, but there's also real bad ass gas.
That's-
Gas, yes. This is a good one.
It's all right, Derbule.
Derbiel was just like chewing on like the wood on the bridge.
I'm gonna ritually cast Speak with Animals. Hey, bud, maybe you shouldn't chew on
Let's-
the
yeah.
bridge
Okay.
in 10 minutes.
Oh, sounds good. Yes, I know chew on bridge. Thank you.
Yeah. There's plenty of grass over here. You're welcome to.
Sniffs the grass and just kind of doesn't eat it.
Is it too close to the miasma? Or like the scary fog?
Smells funny. Smells poisonous.
Okay, do I have it? I do have it. I'm gonna cast Goodberry and give him
Okay.
one.
Okay.
while I have-
Thank you.
No worries, bud. While I have these out, does anybody else want a Goodberry for today? All right, here
Oh,
you
of course,
are.
yes. It should be.
Here's Corbin.
That could help
Here
us.
are Coin and Dex.
Appreciated.
All right, and we got 4 more for later in case anyone need. 3 more now.
Oh,
No.
I forgot. And just under the sign where it says "Watch out for miasma," it says Aerovaran, 20 miles south east.
Okay. Cool. And I got 4 more in case of emergencies. Put them in my pack.
Also, if anyone needs to refill their water skins, I can purify
Nice.
the water for you. In the light of Bahamut, it will receive its blessing and it will be pure for you to drink.
Oh? That sounds very nice.
It is good. Yes.
I've just known that drinking water here was not so great on the bowels.
Yes, there's a blessed Bahamut straw that comes, and then you get to filter all of the nastiness out and you just drink only the purest of drink.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, where it says Aerovaran, it also says beside it, "No outsiders," in Draconic.
Does anyone? Oh.
So you don't suppose that that people will be
And Druck and Dax, just to get things clarified, Druck, when you passed through this area, you had to go around. You just had to walk around Aerovaran because.
I probably would have not even come to it.
Okay.
Honestly, I probably just like
Oh,
Riddle
right,
was
the way
probably
you
the
went.
first
Yeah, the
town
way-
I ever saw.
the way
Ju-
you-
I
the
just
way-
headed.
Yeah, the way you went, then you wouldn't have been that way. Dax, you would have. Theranos would have helped you walk around
Yeah.
Aerovaran. He would have said that it's a settlement inhabited by a tribe of lizard folk who do not let outsiders inside, unless they deem the outsiders food.
Dax is gonna relay that.
Like, they don't hunt
True.
people actively, but
Yeah.
if there's people knocking on their door that are being kind of dicks, they'll just be like, "Oh, come on in."
Good.
It's basically just a pass around settlement, not a pass through settlement. And this is why it's at a crossroads.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound inviting.
No, we will take we'll just go around the village. Don't cause any trouble.
Yeah, I don't think we need any more of that.
Maybe
But-
hug the mountains or just skirt the city so that
Well, we have to stay on the road for our ox friend here.
yes, yes, you're right.
It's still easy enough to get around at Druck. But before we go any further, Dax pulls out the letter. Just Thranazart mentioned that unfortunately the merchants did not survive, and most of their limbs and such were eaten by the Fomorians. Yeah. It is a very dangerous area out here for sure. But I just thought you might want to know that, considering we're into the thick of it.
Yes, I asked you that a while ago.
I've been chewing on it, Druck. There's a lot in this letter, that's for sure.
Did you read the translation for what you sent too?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did! But I don't think that's the right time to just be like,
Sure.
hey
Yeah,
guys,
okay.
let's
Yeah.
deal with this shit.
It doesn't really matter in this instance, so.
There's some other stuff here, Druck, but when other things have cooled down and dealt with, we'll deal with this next.
All right.
All right. Yes.
Dax just folds the letter and puts it back in their bag.
Okay.
I mean, I'd hate to spend more than one night in the forest.
Looking at your map, it's going to be... It's about, from here to Swamp Peak, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, about 90 miles, which the Aurochs can do in 16 hours, so you're going to have to spend at least one night in the forest.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
How much more travel time do we have before Der Buell has exhaustion?
You woke up at 5, left at 5, it's 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My calculator's not right now. You haven't traveled a lot today, so I think you've only traveled for like... Let me double check.
I think we got to the forest in 8 hours.
Yeah, and then you rested, and then you've only been on the road for 2 hours at this point.
Okay.
Because you got to Riddle in the morning, and you've only been on the road for 2 hours, so 6 hours left to go.
Cool. Yeah, so that can get us a decent chunk into the forest, and probably around Aerovran.
Oh yeah. Aerovran's only 20 miles, so Aerovran, you'll be getting to Aerovran in like
3 hours?
4.
4 hours.
So you'll pass Aerovran.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Let's just speed run this. Try to avoid being in the forest as long as possible.
Yes, this place does not seem friendly.
No, Van, that is very much the correct term. Not friendly. And you just see
Dax.
Dax scratch at their neck.
Dax, what type of... Did you encounter any creatures along the road? I just traveled through the forest. Not on any roads last I was here.
Let me roll for
There
something.
were many things that I encountered throughout your Druck, but honestly, one of the worst creatures I have met was more than sentient and wielded a weapon.
Werewolf?
Ho ho ho. I wish I would have been able to kill them quite easily, but yes.
Did you have silver on you at the time?
I don't know, Ven. It's
Ah.
been a while.
Okay.
And you just see Dax just like, it's just like rubbing that spot on her neck where like you saw her have that scar when she took her shirt off for Ven to clean it. Let's just say me and Thranazar dealt with some hostile creatures, to put it that way. And I'm not 100% certain all of the hostile creatures were dealt with last time we were here.
Are we talking bandits? Making me play guessing game with you.
I think it's safe to assume that they were a little bit more intimidating than a few bandits.
Thank you, Kenna.
It sounds like they were. It sounds like street toughs, or maybe they were, thick-knuckled punch machines. That sounds sort of the neighborhood of what you are describing. Yes. Got some real tough customers, doling out guff.
Druck, you think they were theater kids? No, I'm kidding.
Theater kids are.
They're savage.
Bitch.
Yeah, they are.
They're the ones that go to like knife flipping competitions.
A theater kid who was producing a play in my school told me I was too ugly to play Prince Charming when I auditioned.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit you in all the worst spots.
Theater kids suck, and that's speaking as a theater kid.
Their words cut deep into your heart, deeper than any knife plunging into your chest.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will always hurt me.
It's true.
So,
A stick will get pulled out of your eye, but a mean word will stay in your soul. Like when you are trying to sleep, you wake up and go, "Oh, why did they say this to me?"
What did I do wrong?
Speaking of theater kids, what are you guys doing?
keeping on moving, and then having a rest. Once we're getting like just outside of Arovran, correct?
Yeah, that'll be in 4 hours later. You'd be basically there at 4 hours.
Cool.
So Dax,
Yes, Druck.
I don't mean to pry, but you are mentioning dangers without that there is danger, but you aren't giving us any information about that. Is that I don't mean to.
Dax, roll me a D100.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Fuck. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Roll. 65.
So close.
One of the dangers were something Thranazart called Willow Wisps.
One thing, Druck. Willow Wisps, not the most pleasant of creatures. Their name doesn't seem to be very threatening, but they do quite a lot of damage.
Damage.
Is it all right for me to assume that Druck hasn't heard of these before?
You're from this forest. You most definitely would have heard of them before.
Okay, definitely. Okay, cool.
Haha, I got
to make
Phil
sure.
Swift on speed dial, baby!
Yes, those are definitely ones to run away from. I have not ever fought any. Mostly ran.
Well, what do they look like for a future reference?
Blinking lights.
They are like little flames, but without heat.
Kenna, have you seen fireflies or firebugs before?
Yeah, they're everywhere in the swamps.
More bright, less buzzy.
So I don't like things that don't make a noise.
Sorry, Druck. Druck doesn't make a noise sometimes. It's stealthy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Druck is just like,
I just saw Kirby like, what?
Druck, you're the exception to the rule, and
That's what you called it. That's what you called a failed joke when you have to explain it.
yeah.
Dude, I'm playing a character with higher intelligence than I am, bud.
Yeah.
But eventually the 2 hours passes, bring it to 6 p.m. You can tell Der Buell is getting a little tired from his 8 hours, so you can set up camp for the evening.
Alright, we should definitely set a watch for tonight.
I'll go first.
Alright. Any
I wake up early.
Alright. Druck's got the last watch. I'll take second watch.
I would take the third watch.
Alright. It's settled then.
Alrighty.
Then,
Yes.
would you mind terribly, what was that? Was that the alarm spell you were
Yes.
casting?
I'm doing that right now.
Appreciated.
It looks like he's just taking a leak next to a tree. Of
Yeah.
course.
I'm making it a sigil right here.
Yes. This is me using hand motions to make a sigil.
Sorry, Sam.
Yeah. But I forgot to do this for today because we didn't do the weather for today. I want someone to roll me 67 d10. No, don't do that.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of
damage.
dice. I
don't
hate Phil
have-
Swift. I'm
Hey.
so glad I killed him in Beneath the Tide.
Motherfucker, he won't die. He's still alive. He's out there
Wait.
in our hearts.
I'm trying to remember who Phil
You weren't
Swift-
there.
Oh.
It was only.
me
It
and
was
Rose.
only Sam and Garrett.
Oh. He
All
was
right.
our ship's captain.
All right. Someone roll me out of the four of you. Someone roll me. Actually, who wants to designate themselves for the D100?
I will.
Okay. Someone roll me a D20.
I got the 20.
All right.
8.
8. Normal weather for this fall season in here, but no sunlight gets through, so it's pretty fucking cold anyway. Quoin, roll me a D20 for some other stuff.
Other shenanigans.
Let her die.
Pretty.
That is a 9.
9. No wind. Again, thick canopy. Brittany, roll me a D20 for precipitation.
Fuck this up. Nat 20.
Heavy rain, but again, doesn't get through the canopy. What does get through the canopy are tiny little droplets, but again, not enough. It's just, yeah, the heavy rain is just inconsequential for being in here. But it's just
I mean, it makes sense for the humidity. It's what's causing
Yeah.
the humidity.
And now, Garrett, roll me a D100.
$99.
Alrighty. As you're all setting up camp, doing your own thing, I assume you're probably not hunting for game because you all have good berries. So, as you're all hanging out at the campsite, there's kind of like a shambling noise coming from the bushes to the east. And as you're all like camping, no one has gotten the chance to go to sleep yet. You see this. You can all thank Garrett for this roll, by the way. You see this shambling mound of vegetation covered in vines and mushrooms and logs. Inside this shambling mass, you can see dead animals that have just been ensnared in it, like little squirrels and raccoons, half of a deer. And as this shambling mound enters your campsite, that's where we're going to go to break, with everyone coming back and rolling initiative.
Yeah!
We're all gonna die.
Justin, that is some good timing on that break.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a
So,
way to die.
We'll be back at, I'm going to make an encounter map in break time, and then we're going to fight a shambling mound.
Woo!
So break time, and hopefully a quick one because I have to go to bed early.
Me too.
Let's go! Break time. Hello! We are in a campsite that's getting attacked by a shambling mound. So, everyone please, roll me initiative. Oh yeah, I should transition you guys over to the battle map, probably. That would help. I did also put you on the wrong one, so that's fun too.
Yeah, I was wondering what's happening there.
Here is the correct battle map that I made in 2 minutes.
Damn.
Alrighty. Yes, everyone roll me initiative, please.
Rolling initiative now.
Oh yeah, I'm Ven tonight. Ven got an 18.
Wow.
Druck got a 14. Quoin, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
Nice. Kenna, what'd they get?
3.
Oof. Druck, or Dax.
18.
Alrighty. You and Ven have the same initiative, so, I mean, whoever wants to go first.
I'll go. I'll fuck shit up.
Okay. I'll put you at 19 then.
Wait, so oh, everybody gets to go before me. Wow.
And then Kenna
Not
goes
me.
last. All right, Dax, you're sitting at your camp, and you can hear something like moving through the bushes to the east. And as it comes into view, you see this massive, like 10-foot tall, 10-foot wide mound of vines and moss and mud and trees and other assortments. And there's like creatures, like dead creatures, also like stuck in the mound, like raccoons and squirrels and half of a deer. You're up.
They would have just like seen this, just gripping their battle axe, and they're running over. So they go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get
Mhm.
right there. And they are going to bonus action rage.
Alrighty. And it needs to make a intelligence save.
Yes, it does, please. Thank you.
That is a 3.
I fails! So that's gonna be 3 psychic damage.
Alright, and it's stunned until the end of its next turn. Or your next.
Marvelous.
Its next turn, yeah. So
Its
meaning
next turn.
the turn that's coming up.
Yes. And they're just taking movement, bonus action.
Yep.
With their great axe, just swings it around, and they're gonna just hit into that.
Go for it.
Flavor wise, just trying not to hit one of the animals.
Oh, the animals are
Nope.
dead, but yeah.
But she's not trying to like
All right.
4.
Sounds good.
Like, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 hits as you just connect with this massive gnarled vegetation.
That is 12 damage plus 2 from raging, so
14.
14.
Just. Alrighty. Anything else?
They're just posting up in front of it.
Alrighty. Ven goes next. Ven's like, oh, it's made out of vegetation. Firebolt. For 21 to hit. Hits. And it actually seems resistant to fire damage. And he's like, okay. For 6 fire damage reduced to 3. And movement. Ven is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And kind of get up behind this tree and poke out if he has to. Alrighty. That brings us to the Shambling Mound. At the end of its turn, it's no longer stunned. Bringing us to Derbuel, who is currently attached to the wagon. So, that's Derbuel. Quoin. Each square is 5 feet.
Alright, so Quoin is going to run as much as he can and pull out the dagger.
Okay.
And he is going to he's gonna throw that with as much curiosity as he can.
Alrighty.
Eh,
Go for it.
throwing it. Oh wait, actually, I'm going to use. Hold on 1 second. I should have looked at my spells a little better. You know what? I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna throw it.
Alrighty.
Yep.
So you just-
Throwing it. I'm throwing it right now.
Alright.
That is a 23 to hit.
23 hits. As the dagger just sinks into the shambling mass and kind of it gets engulfed by it.
So now. Going to be 10 damage with that dagger.
Nice.
Wow.
You rolled max. Nice.
Actually, it's one away from max. I rolled a 3. I
Oh, right. So 10 damage from a thrown dagger. Nice. Just.
Oh, that's right.
And that's it.
Alrighty. Anything else, Quoin?
I'm going to do what I should have done at the beginning of this turn.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on that Shambling Mound.
Alright. You fought enough. I'd say you would have cast Hunter's Mark first, so you can roll your Hunter's Mark damage as well.
That's you're an incredibly kind and benevolent DM.
Next time I won't do it.
That's fair. Yeah, you know what? I'll I'll roll it on. I rolled 6 just now, but I feel like that is not the most anything to do on my own here. So we're going to cast that and roll a d6 on here because that seems unfair. There. That seems fair.
Okay.
I rolled an eagle. Eagle.
Well, if you rolled the 6 initially, you can do the 6. I don't know why you re-rolled.
I just felt bad about it because like, oh, I forgot to do the thing. Oh, you can go ahead. And do
Okay.
it.
I'll accept it. I'll accept the 1 then.
That's
Alright.
fair.
Anything else?
That's all for Quoin this time.
Alright, brings us to Druck.
Oh boy. Yeah, Druck is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. And then try to shoot at that thing.
Alright, go for it. Straight attack roll.
Yep. 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Shucks. Alright, I gotta get rid of that arrow.
Well, it hits, but it kind of just gets engulfed by the Shambling Mound. Just.
Okay. Alright. Then I'm gonna hop up and be in position in case the mound gets close to our bull.
Like climbing up into the cart?
Yeah,
That'll be half movement.
I have 10 left.
Okay, so. Yeah, okay. All your movement to get into it.
Okay. Alright. I'm in position.
Alright, Kenna, what are they up to?
They're gonna follow Druck's lead and run around the fire
Okay.
as their movement. And they're gonna get up right here,
Mhm.
and then they're gonna wild shape into an elk,
Okay.
which is a large creature.
Alright, you wild shape into an elk.
Yeah.
You just made them big.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do every token
Yeah,
for
yeah,
every
yeah.
possible wild
No,
shape.
no, I
Yeah.
just thought that was funny.
So you're currently an elk.
Yes. And I'm for now just going to try to protect Derbule because I have no more action.
Alrighty. That'll bring us to the top 2 Dax.
Great axe.
Alrighty, go for it.
Bow. 15.
15 hits.
Oh, thank fuck.
You just chopping down a tree.
I don't even want to talk about that. That's gonna be 8 damage
damage.
total.
Alrighty. Anything else? I don't think you got much else.
Just kind of squared up and just is ready. Like she's ready to fuck
Oh
shit
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That'll bring us to Ven, who's like, okay, fire doesn't seem to do the trick, so how about frost? 5. He's gonna peek out. Move 10 feet to peek out. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50-ish feet away. He can reach with a ray of frost. He's gonna do that. That's cocked for a 15 to hit, which hits for 8 cold damage, and it appears resistant to cold as well. He's like, okay, so it's resistant to cold as well, everyone. So 4 cold damage, and I believe with Ray of Frost, movement speed is reduced by 10 feet. Alrighty, he's like, alright! That'll bring us to the Shambling Mound, who's going to make 2 attacks on Dax.
Fight me.
17 on the first one.
Yeah.
16 bludgeoning reduced to 8.
Cool.
And you are grappled by it. And it is then, because it hit you, it is going to engulf you. So Dax, you are currently blinded and restrained, and are unable to breathe, losing a round of breath every round, essentially. Every time you take damage, because of the homebrew rules, you lose a round of breath. What's your con modifier?
+3.
So you have 3 minutes of breath, 30 rounds of breath, until you drop to 0 and start suffocating. Healing creature cannot be, just for everybody knows, based on the rules in the books, suffocating creature cannot be healed or stabilized until they can breathe. Just so you know. That is per the book. Alright. That's its turn then. So Dax, you all saw Dax get pulled inside, blinded and restrained.
So while I'm inside it, I could still,
Yeah, just with disadvantage.
unless I go reckless,
Then you have-
then
yeah.
straight.
Yep.
Cool.
Because you're suffocating, you can't talk. Alrighty. That'll bring us to Derbuel, who is just gonna, again... I can't move the cards, it's just gonna stay there. Quoin.
So I would like, if you would be so kind, a DM ruling.
Okay.
Because I think this might be. Does that count as an ally within 5 feet of me if I run up on this fool and take a swing?
Does it? I don't wonder. I gotta check if Pack Tactics is, if it specifies. Blinded and restrained. That's not considered incapacitated. So yeah, you get Pack Tactics.
Right. Cool. That.
If Dax is incapacitated, then no. But because they're not, you get Pack Tactics.
That's very exciting for me. I'm very happy.
That also
with
means
that.
Dax is like in here.
I see that, and I
All up in it.
pull out the blade, and just start running.
Okay,
You take a diving stroke.
go for it. With the Platinum Federschwert.
Yes, with the
Nice.
platinum.
Share.
Federschwert.
Sticks.
So close to a crit. Oh, I wanted to show this thing off. So I get a 19. Rolled a 19, so that's 26.
Oh, that hits. Just. And that is a slashing weapon, Coin.
That is a slashing weapon. So as I hit this, now I have a question about the movement speed. Now, if I hit because I took the feat slasher,
Yeah.
now, once per turn, I hit a creature with an attack with slashing damage.
You can reduce its speed, yeah.
By 10. So if it's already reduced by 10, does that stack
Yeah.
as well?
Yep.
It's
So
moving.
you're reducing its speed currently to nada. 0. Yeah.
This thing has no speed.
Yep.
And I am going to roll for that beautiful damage and for Hunter's Mark.
Go for it.
So
Wow.
slashing damage.
Yeah. People snatched up some feats.
Oh yeah. Got them sweet feet.
Oh. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Just thinking to myself, I just realized something to myself. That's very exciting for the party,
Mm-hmm. Alright, so
I think.
first off I rolled another 10.
Okay.
And then I roll, I didn't roll 10. I rolled a 3 plus 7. It's 5. So I rolled 15 damage. on this.
Nice. Just.
Respectable amount of damage. And since I rolled a respectable amount of damage, I'm gonna go ahead. I haven't used my bonus action yet, It's already had that thing. I'm going to use us. Oh no, I don't even have to. It's not even a bonus action. I'm just gonna smite him.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna smite him for more damage. That's
Okay.
2 more 8.
So take off your spell slot as
Yeah.
you smite it. As you swing this Fader Schwert,
So this is the first time that he's
holy platinum light just, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time he's used it, and the wings erupt in a bright platinum light that helps swing, and you see him lift off the ground higher than you've seen him lift before.
Nice.
Sword held as high as it could, and just coming down like the downward link stab.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah, we do. Roll me that radiant damage.
I've never played Legend of Zelda.
Sorry.
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
10 more
Wow.
damage added on to that.
Alrighty, this thing's looking hurt after that. Just
The Dax didn't see any of that. They
No,
just see
you're
this
completely just,
fucking
like-
blade come in. They're just like, what the fuck?
that'll bring us to Druck.
Glowing.
All right. I'm gonna try another shot.
Alrighty, go for it.
Okay. Hopefully this one. It's 15.
Hits.
Huh.
And you do get sneak attack.
Sweet. All right, that's total of 21 piercing damage.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah, that was some good rolls.
Alright. That's your action.
Yep. I can't really use my bonus action for anything. I probably could have steady aimed, but yeah, I probably should have steady aimed, but you know, there it is.
Alrighty. Kenna, you are an elk.
I am. I definitely am. They're gonna trot over to the other side of this tree, and they're gonna like hoof the ground and start getting
Mm-hmm.
ready for a ram, and then they're just gonna launch forward and try to ram this thing
Go for it.
with the rest of their movement.
Yeah. Go for
So
it.
that's gonna.
Make an attack.
Oh, that's a natural 17 plus 5 is a 23.
That hits. Just poof. You body this shambling mound.
Yeah. So that is a d6 plus 3 plus an additional 2d6 because of my charge ability.
That's right. This is just an elk, not the giant elk, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And it needs to make a strength saving throw or be knocked
Yep.
prone. Alrighty.
D13.
And it's not immune to prone. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
15 plus 4.
That saves. But that is 17 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. As you slam
Yeah.
into it, your antlers like pierce through it. Dax, you're blinded in here, but you can feel like the grays of like antlers.
I like the image of they like kind of do like a little, they just rip through with their antlers and do like a quick little turnaround to get back into melee with this thing.
Nice. Yeah, it's looking real hurt after that. Like,
Imagine.
Yeah.
Dax, start of your turn, you can feel this. You're down to 29 rounds of breath now, and you can feel this shambling mound starting to like squeeze and like constrict. I need a con save, please.
On my
Yeah.
thick ass biceps. Okay. Yeah. Don't fail me now, Chonkaroo.
I totally forgot I had guidance that could have been helping us in earlier.
Oh well.
How does 14 sound?
14 succeeds. You do not take additional bludgeoning damage inside. And it is your turn. What are you doing in there? You're blinded, you're restrained, you're unable to breathe.
I'm alive but barely breathing. I'm gonna go reckless so
Yeah,
I
you
get
are.
a straight attack
There it
roll.
is.
There
Yeah.
we go. Okay.
It's like as they're squeezing, just like what the fuck, and they go back, and just boom.
Nice.
Man, that was such a clutch move for the barbarian just to run up in this thing's grill. Like,
Yeah.
A 10 doesn't hit though?
Fuck you! Oh my god, D&D Beyond, you can go fuck yourself.
No, you can't. All right, that's your action. That's your action.
Dice tell a story.
Yeah.
Because you
I'm just-
made an attack,
I-
you're not losing your rage. So,
That's very true. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
alrighty. Anything else? No. Yes. Maybe. However.
I'm just there's antlers flying. Dax can't see what's going on.
All right. Ven is going to pull out his little amulet and go, I'm Othnin! Help!
Scratch up, but scratch up.
We probably don't need it. And then Spiritual Weapon pops up and makes a swing. For 21 to hit.
Ooh.
For 6 force damage.
Nice.
And then that's bonus action, it's resistant, but whatever. Firebolt. Nope. Bringing us to
Try not to cook me in here, please.
You can't see or speak. Bring us the Shambling Mound. It's going to attack Quoin. Just
I
Dax.
gonna use
Yeah.
my fucking Sentinel.
Yeah.
Hell
I just
yeah.
looked it up. You do not need to be able to see to use Sentinel, so
I
for
have
it.
a sixth sense.
yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Make your
I'm using
Sentinel
my
attack.
physical dice this
That's
time.
pretty cool. Oh,
That's
that's the feat you took it for, huh?
Sentinel.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's actually
So
really
this
cool
is with
because
this-
you and Quoin are going to be next
So
to each other.
this is
all
with
Oh,
the time.
disadvantage though, Dax,
Okay, I rolled 2 dice. Yeah.
because you can't go reckless on a reaction. Yeah. What'd you get?
Wait, no! 8 plus 7 equals 15.
Yeah, that's right.
I can math!
So you're like you hit inside, yeah. Quoin, it goes to attack you, and you see it gets like hit from the inside, and now it can no longer. Well, it can't move now, but
Damage, damage. There we go. 18 total damage.
oh, it's looking real bad. But it's still going to attack Quoin because it can. That was almost a net 20. That is 10 to hit.
That misses.
And then it's going to swing with second slam attack at the elk.
Oh.
Bring it on.
For 21 to hit.
That definitely hit.
And the elk takes 15 bludgeoning damage.
I am no longer an elk.
And whatever damage carries over to you.
That's 2 additional
Alright.
damage. Moi.
That'll bring us.
I'm imagining Kenna just got snooted, like just snooted.
I'm gonna just skip Debriel's turn and bring us to Quoin.
All right. You know I'm coming hard. You know I'm coming with the new slash attack. Oh, let me bring this on.
With advantage.
With this swing, you will be free. That is a 25.
That hits.
I'm going to use Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
I'm going to use my final smite, my final spell slot to smite it.
Doesn't look like you might need to, but okay.
Oh, I don't need to. This is all for flair. I've been keeping track to. I've been listening to what you're saying. I don't need to. I'm gonna just blow this thing up as much as I can.
Alrighty.
They call me the salad shooter.
Sure.
I mean, these were, you know what? After all that, total damage of 10.
How do you want to do this?
That
That's
is,
6 hit points.
I'd like to just keep cutting it until it's mulched. So one swing starts, and then you all see there's
You wind it up.
you've seen Quoin seem specifically like a burst of rage. You've seen Quoin, like you've seen Bahamut flow through him, but this is the first time you've seen him like lose it, and he starts. It's not even good technique. It is full body hacks on this thing that just keep coming down like, you will release, just like chopping up bits that have already been chopped, and viscera and old dead things come out, and then the final strike that would, like, there are pieces you could start to maybe see Dax get out and come through, and he's and just like chop, there's a free arm, chop, there's a free leg, just chopping and chopping until bits keep coming up, and it's just everywhere there are parts, only to reveal his friend.
And Dax is no longer blinded and restrained, as the Shambling Mound is just lying in pieces on the forest floor.
Quoin. Bahamut bless the right one.
That was I think that was a lot of me.
Quoin, would you like a good berry?
Thank you. No, I think maybe Dax should get it, and I go in to clap a good, like, strong clap up to with my tiny body to maybe help lift up your arm. Try and pull it in. As I pull it in, give you how many HP? I got 20 to give you.
I am 40 out of 48.
40 out of 48. Well, then I give you all 8 of them to get you back.
Oh, my heart, my soul.
It also means we have someone has broken the tie on my kill tracker.
It's the lead.
Dun, dun, dun.
The elk almost did it.
Elk was so close.
I wanted it so bad.
Sorry, Hannah.
Still stuck with one.
I want to walk over to Kenna. Just give them 2 of the points.
They give you the rest of the good berries.
And no, just
As a trade.
I say, you will get some next time. Because I know that they have wanted to, that you have wanted to get more kills. You'll get them next time.
Thanks, Quoin.
Drabule's just eating the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wanders over to where the Shambling Mound was and just starts eating pieces of the Shambling Mound.
I already used my last spell slot. Dang it! I was gonna purify it.
And there is a humanoid corpse in the there's a humanoid corpse that kind of cascades out of the mess. They're kind of like they've been like broken in half below the breastbone, so it's just like from here up, torso just. And they have this corpse, just smelling it, probably been dead for like a few weeks.
Yeah, Druck's just gonna stroll over and pull the arrows out, the bolts out.
You can retrieve, from the mechanics in the books, you can retrieve half as many that you shot.
Yeah, I'll get 1 back then.
Yep.
Is that rounded down or rounded up?
It's rounded down.
Dang, I'd really like to try and get the dagger, but if that means...
the dagger you can get back.
Yeah, dagger's not ammunition.
Yeah, if you shoot one, you can get your dagger back pretty easily, but yeah, ammunition, it's always half of what you've used rounded down.
It's like taking into account like it hitting
And
an
breaking.
object and splintering and stuff like that. Yeah.
Ben's like, well, that was surprisingly easy.
It was good teamwork.
Then would you
Yeah.
mind
But Dax just looking down at all the random crap on their body from being inside.
Oh, yes! Abracadabra and prestidigitation.
appreciate it?
Does Dax have any tears in their clothing?
Probably not. It was bludgeoning.
Oh. Okay, then.
There's one small tear on the pants.
Can I cast mending on their pants?
Yeah.
Flex tape can't fix that, but can, baby.
So
And
you just see the fabric. Yeah, flavor your mending.
Kenna is human gaff tape. They just it's what's it called? It's the
Flex seal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flex Seal from
So
the Flex family of
Phil
products.
Swift is back.
Phil Swift here with new flex pants. Kenna just slaps Dax's leg.
Flex Seal pants. Ugh.
To show you the power of Flex, we sawed these pants in half.
Grrr. That's a lot of
Damage.
Sorry. Yeah.
Do you think it's safe for us to set up camp now, or?
Yeah, we should finish setting up camp.
That would be good. I also, if you wouldn't mind, I would very much like to not be covered in sticky viscera. That was my.
Oh yes, abracadabra.
Thank you.
It's
That
a good
was-
thing we cast that alarm spell, or we wouldn't have seen that thing coming. It's the only reason you all were aware of the Shambling Mound, well, say, because of Fenn's alarm.
Nice.
Because those things are pretty good at stealth. Yep.
It's very good.
All right. Shall we stick with the same sleeping arrangements that we decided earlier, or have things changed?
I would still like to take first watch.
Druck's already sleeping.
Good night, sleep tight, Druck.
Alright, it's 6 p.m.
It's PM.
Yeah, it's 6 p.m., yeah.
Good night, Grandpa.
See you later.
I would love to maybe Kenna, may I perhaps speak with you?
Yeah, sure, Quoin. They're just like a little startled that they were the one you wanted to solo out after that whole display. So they're like, yeah, sure.
Oh, and you have the snow.
Oh, my bad. Setting up camp and everything, it's probably more like 8 p.m. That
Okay,
makes more
cool.
sense.
So, what did you want to talk about, Quoin?
I wanted you had said you've been in an Undeal city. You said yes.
Practically my whole life, yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask about specific things that I had engaged in, and I noticed because of the letters and how many the frequent letters that Dax has been doing. I was wondering if you had ever had a pen pal.
I mean, it might have been a school assignment once, but I sent probably maybe one letter across town, and that was about it. I didn't get a response.
Oh. Okay. Well, that is sad. I am sorry for you.
I mean, don't pity me about it. I didn't really want to be a pen pal. I didn't want to write to someone every week. It was a lot of work.
Oh, it's not often that people put, pen to paper anymore, so I was excited to see someone doing it, but the thing is when I finally, my mentor had encouraged me to reach out to another member of another night worshipper of Bahamut, and I had done this at the beginning of my training. I was learning how to. Yardelin taught me how to write,
Okay.
and I thought that maybe you had had a similar experience with a pen pal. I enjoyed every one of my letters. I received a response for an entire year that I had written. So that was
With the same person?
Yes, a young knight whose name was Constance. And she spoke of her adventures and her devotion to Bahamut. It actually it helped me learn how to read, learn more of Bahamut's prayers. It was, as I understood, this was something that most young people who are educated in Anundia city, they had engaged in, and I wanted to ask about your experience.
Most of my writing experience came from, writing advertisements and receipts for the shop. So it's more of personal finance and business lingo. I mean, my handwriting's not great since I haven't done it in a while, but it's more of what I used it for.
Maybe next time I know that I feel like I've often talked to all the clerks we have run into, and I've talked to them a lot. I feel like maybe you should talk to them more. It seems like that is your speciality, and I am.
I'm not great at talking to people, but I'm also really bad at just letting the silence sit there for too long.
Oh yes, I am familiar with that.
Yeah.
I am very verbose.
Yeah, so I just kind of speak out of necessity. Just because I talk doesn't mean what comes out of my mouth is going to be good.
Well, your business acumen, which is most valuable to this crew, and also, I can almost taste the level of pure monstrosity and ferocity that will come out of you in our upcoming battles.
You should have heard some of the stuff I said behind some shoppers' backs back in the day. Yeah, we had some unpleasant customers in the shop once or twice. They just, demanded to get refunds on potions that they drank and didn't have the effect that they were expecting, even though that's exactly what they ordered. And they were like, this isn't what I ordered. I'm going to take this to the city. And we were like, do it. Yeah. Nothing came of it.
That is a mood, as they say.
Yeah, I'm just glad that the customer service industry has some representation in this party.
That I agree. That's good. That there is people who are willing to stick up for those who do jobs that are very hard and very thankless.
Yeah.
Yup.
Every time I got a letter from Constance, it was always given to me by Yardalin. So I always appreciate.
I should write these names down.
So I want to say thank you to you for sharing, and I feel like I want to. I feel like I want to kick those conversations to you more. I think with more practice, you could be the
salesperson of the group.
I think you could be a perfect mouthpiece, because it seems like it's something that you would shine at when you believed in yourself.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Thank you for your vote of confidence, but it will take a while. I can tell you that. They're just gonna look around.
A little herd of wild boars kind of roams into the campsite to eat some herbs, like to eat some vegetation. See everyone kind of sitting there and scurry off.
Okay.
All right. Well, I should be getting my eyes shut. Should be shutting
Yeah.
my shut eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I will think of a slogan that we can use as part of our branding.
Ooh, this is very good. This is very, very good.
You know, just as like a little practice exercise or something.
Perfect. Quoin does the usual ritual of taking off all the armor. He was getting it cleaned and then falling asleep with it in his arms back against a tree.
Okay.
In front of him.
Alrighty. So who's taking first watch?
Dax.
All right.
Since we are where we are, like once everybody's gone to sleep, Dax would have been like slowly walking around and like looking around, just curious, because the last time they were in these parts, shit went down. So she's just like on alert, trying to like any like ogres wrestling or any shit like that.
Perception check. Do you have dark vision?
Fuck no.
With disadvantage.
With a disadvantage, that is a sweet 9.
9. Nothing ominous. But there's a lot of wildlife here. Like, almost an overabundance, you'd say. Just looking around, there's like numerous birds kind of like flying around, bats, and just like other animals kind of roaming in the distance. Just like an overabundance. Like, this is a little too much, but nothing other than that.
It's a little sus, but not too sus.
Yeah, it's basically just like, maybe there's no predatory animals here. But then Shambling Mound. It's just again like an overabundance of wildlife, and you can hear it all through the forest too, like croaking of frogs and stuff like that.
And just under her breath, she's just... It's not loud enough for any of the group to hear or like wake up, but she's just mumbling under her breath like, Jacobi. And like the group has heard that name before and just like muttering as she's walking around.
All right. Nothing else happens for the rest of your watch. So it's 2 hours. I believe each watch is 2 hours. Yeah. So that'll put us to 10 p.m. Who's next?
Kenna
Alrighty.
is.
Dax is gonna go over to Kenna and just gently tap them on the shoulder. My watch has ended. May your...
My watch has ended.
There we go. There you go. May the spirits of the forest watch over you.
Yeah. They wipe the drool off their cheek. Yeah, you too.
And Dax just puts her back against one of the logs. Just
before you fall asleep, anything to report?
There are a lot of animals. I do not want to say too many, but
There's no such thing as too many animals.
it's noticeable though.
And yeah, just looking around, kind of you can see like, just in the distance, like deer grazing and like not birds at this time of night, but like bats and like a lot of bats. You can hear the chirp, like it sounds like a chorus, like a cacophony of just like thousands of frogs in the distance. Like it's a lot of just noise, but it's all like natural animal noise and movements.
All right. I'm gonna let Dex fall asleep now.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Rolled
Perception check.
perception. That's a 19.
And you have dark vision, yes? I think the only one who doesn't have it is Dax. Okay. Yeah, you see a little bit more of the wildlife, but in like more detail. Particularly, a deer that's standing on the kind of outskirts of the camp has been kind of staring at you all for the last like 5 minutes, just unmoving. And deer kind of tend to stare, like with the deer in the headlights kind of thing. But you can see its eyes flickering from like the deer eyes, like standard deer eyes, to like completely like pink, like glowing pink, and then back to normal deer eyes, and it kind of scampers away.
Weird. Before I finish my watch, I'm gonna pull out the Staff of Withering and just
Yeah.
examine it closer.
Yeah, it's a wooden
Because for the
staff with
first-
a withered hand on the end of it.
Because for the first time they considered using it in combat.
Okay.
And they're like, do I really want to trust this guy who gave me this staff? I mean, it looks cool. It can do cool stuff.
It's like this gnarled bit of wood, and at the end of it is just this like desiccated, withered human hand.
History repeats, Kate. Come on, fuck it up.
They're just gonna put it in front of them with the hand up. Were you a person once? Just talking to the hand.
No
I'm
response.
gonna-
No response.
I'm gonna name you Hank the Hand. Sup, Hank?
As you're sitting there, you hear a loud like, and you look over, and Derby will just let out the biggest
Oh,
shit, just
come on.
the biggest of farts,
Oh.
and kind of just like, ooh, and then rolls over in their sleep. But the hand does not respond, and that deer that was staring at you is gone into the woods.
Did the pink eyes look familiar at all?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, Hank. I'm gonna tell you a secret. The other night, when I took a bunch of drugs, I had a dream vision. And I saw my parents, but then there was like this other thing, and I think I'm saying this loud enough for whoever the next person on watch is, like, kind of waking up towards the end of what I'm saying.
Ven or Quoin? I don't think that was decided.
I think it's Quoin.
We'll say Quoin. Okay. Because I don't want to. It's just me then. So.
Okay.
Okay.
And then there was another figure that was holding me as a baby. You think I was adopted? I mean, granted, I didn't look anything like my dad, but like I kind of resembled my mom a little bit. We had the same colored hair.
Same colored hair.
I'm gonna go wake Quoin up. Thanks for being a good listener.
No.
And I'm just gonna
No, it doesn't respond.
and I'm just gonna fist bump the hand and go to wake up
Okay, you
Quoin.
fist bump the hand, and one of the fingers kind of like breaks.
Oh shit! I take the finger and try to cast mending on it.
You can put it. Yeah, if it works.
Okay, cool. Oh, sorry, bud. And
Oh
I
wait, that
tap
wouldn't
it.
happen because it's a magic item. So the finger just kind of like it bends at an awkward angle.
Oh,
Because the fingers are so pliable, you can still move the fingers around.
okay.
You basically have a back scratcher.
Oh god. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go wake up Quoin.
All right, so that'll bring us to midnight. Oh god,
Hey,
you're gonna get up so early.
Way up she rises.
Rises away. All right, hey, you can wander over to Quoin. Oh.
Might
Bummer.
have lost her again.
Yep. Well, Quoin wakes
Perfect
up,
timing though, yeah.
and we'll when each K gets back, we can do like a to see if they say anything. But yes, Quoin.
So I just get up and I put on my armor and I patrol the camp. I give the pieces of that nasty body an extra kick, and I continue.
You're really quiet.
I'm very quiet.
Yes.
Oh, I would be louder then. I give the body an extra kick as I go by, and I just patrol the camp.
Alrighty. Perception check.
Yeah, that is an 18.
18.
Hmm?
Nothing really stands out, just the overly abundant sounds of wildlife. And some pretty nasty smells coming from Der Buell.
Mm. Yeah, Buell, we should have called you the smell. We have good
Sure.
luck.
Anything else?
No, that's I would, just be dancing. Maybe I don't know. What
Alright.
He's got that song in his heart.
Okay, do you wake up Ven then for next watch?
Yes, I do. I
Actually, hold on. Two.
Yeah, only 4 people. Need to
So
watch
you're
this,
waking
right?
up Druck then.
wake up Druck, and before I wake up Druck, I can undo the wrappings on the hilt of the sword, or try or find something if there's no wrappings.
No wrappings.
Okay. And I can find a part of the hilt to do the same symbol that I had on my shield.
Okay.
On that sword, that Q and H symbol for my name. That is
Okay.
on
Alright. Rearrange everybody here. And yeah, you wake up Druck at 2 a.m.
which is probably kind of hard to wake them up.
Anything eventful?
Nope, this is all quiet in the campsite.
Nothing from the earlier watches.
Not that I was made aware of.
Right, you can get some sleep.
I will do this.
Alright. Druck, it's your watch now.
Yes. I'm gonna look around.
Perception
and...
check.
All right. Perception.
Yep.
23.
Overabundance of noises from wildlife.
Druck's gonna try to.
It
clock-
definitely wasn't this lively the last time you were here.
Yeah. He's gonna try and clock the stuff that he knows. That
It's relatively all familiar.
yeah. Whatever he's gonna clock what is probably the tastiest. Like he's thinking it's gonna be breakfast soon. So once everybody's already,
Roll a
if
survival
he hears any,
roll a
if he hears
survival.
any stuff, he's gonna try
Survival check.
he's gonna try to get people some
Or
bacon.
nature. Survival or nature.
All right. 20.
20. Alrighty. Okay. You can hear something kind of moving around in the bushes, like an elk. It's kind of chewing on some plant life just outside of camp, about 60 feet away, just...
He's gonna look around, make sure that there aren't any other predatory animals like currently hunting.
Not that you can see currently.
Okay. And then he's gonna thunk.
With advantage.
Alright. Yeah.
Or stealth check first, because you're roaming around the camp.
Okay, you betcha. That's a 15.
All right, with advantage.
Okie doke. $21 to hit.
Hits.
Alright.
Just roll damage plus sneak attack.
And my surprise attack.
Yep.
That's just a lot. 14 plus 11, 23.
Just drops
No,
dead.
25.
It just
Yeah.
drops dead.
Yeah.
And as it drops dead, I need a perception check.
Okay. 24.
As it drops dead, you can hear movement in the bushes and like in the forest in general. Like all of the forest is kind of coming alive as that thing dropped dead, and then all the wildlife goes suddenly silent as these massive roots start to like slither through the forest towards the elk and start to like wrap around it, and then just kind of drags the elk out of sight deeper into the forest.
For our breakfast. That was my breakfast.
I mean, there's all the animals that came out of the Shambling Mound lying on the ground nearby. But yeah, if you remember, last time you guys were in this forest, last campaign, when something died.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Druck will just kind of take note. He lost an arrow in that, or a bolt from that,
Yep.
for sure. That one's not
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back.
That would have gotten dragged away as well.
Yep.
But that would basically put you at the end of your watch, unless you choose to go after it.
Nah, I mean, if he's familiar with the area, he knows not to.
You're not
Fuck
familiar
with
with
the
whatever that was, though.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. That still reads for him as something that he doesn't understand and therefore should avoid.
All right. So that brings you to the end of your watch at 4 in the morning. And everybody, as you all wake up at 4 a.m., everyone gets the benefits of a long rest. And as it is a new day, it is the 18th now. That's where we're going to end the session for the week. So, that's that.
Cool.
Good times.
Was it?
Hell yeah.
Was it? Was it?
And that means there's a tie again in the kill tracker. So, we'll be back here next week, everybody. Good night.
Nah.